Oh, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, you get the nice humid air and the warmth, it'll absorb and dissipate there, and I think you'll have a good time there and down there and enjoy yourself. That sounds great. Okay, there was another station there. I just want to jump and say hello, Doug. Good to hear you. Somebody go pick it up. W2DLL.
Well, I heard Scott jump in there too. Good afternoon there, Scott.
Yeah, good afternoon, Brian and Dana and Doug and everybody on frequency. Here's N3LVG. Just turning everything on and warming everything up. Go ahead.
Well, sounding good, Scott. Good afternoon. And I don't think I said hello to Roger. Hello, Roger. And you guys are all you're all booming into Long Island.
Yeah, hello to Roger.
Hello, Scott. Good afternoon.
Hour and a half, so
all right, sorry about that, guys. Had a phone
interesting
call
to say the least. Go ahead.
Oh boy, yeah, it sounds like it was something necessary, but not wanting to do. Okay, well, Roger said hello to you, Scott. So I'm going to let you say hello to Roger, and I'm going to sit back here. You said hello, so I'm going to say hello right back. So, Roger, go ahead, pick it up with Scott. W2DLL.
Okay, Dana, and good afternoon to you, Scott. Everybody is coming up here to northeastern New York State very, very nicely this afternoon. The band, for the most part, has been very cooperative this afternoon. And I'm going to take this opportunity to back out of here. I have not had any lunch yet because I've been having a very enjoyable time on the radio. I was just going to, come on for, half an hour. And here, I've been on here almost 2 hours and no lunch.
And calls my local
All right, we're back.
7-3, Roger.
Yeah, right.
All right, 73, Roger. KB2 UKA.
Yeah, I grabbed a cup of coffee, and I come back, and I heard Roger trying to talk with somebody, and then I noticed the signal was in there. I don't know where it came from or what's going on. Unfortunately, it might be because of me. I have some issues with a few people, and it might be because they heard me on there, and I thought, it's possible it was me. So, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. Not trying to bring riffraff up here, but they seem to follow me around. W2DLL.
Yeah, it's nothing against you, of course, but when my point I make is this. When I'm on a radio broadcasting on a certain frequency, and I hear one or two people deliberately running wide just to get into my transmission, that's an issue with me, and it's highly uncalled for. let alone highly unprofessional, and of course childish and malicious.
What is this guy doing? I've got a live stream on. What's he talking about?
The ham radio equipment. You know, some of these people, they're just, they're DD and they have no people skills, and they just get bothered from that kind of stuff, you know?
Well, I understand, but this isn't, this is something else altogether. These people that are been doing this since about October. So they like to follow me around, and they like to, they don't have licenses except for a few, and then they like to key up and try to not let me talk and try to interrupt my receiver and just all kinds of really.
Yeah, I know, Art.
They're just, they have that, what do we call it? 11-meter attitude? Yeah. Whatever. They're just, they can't just leave people alone. They're a bunch of radio bullies, and they've been doing this for a while. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to set aside. I'm going to grab a shower, so fellas, I'll try to get back. If I don't catch anybody, have a great afternoon. Doug, if I don't get back to you, enjoy your trip, man. I hope it dries you out there and you feel great when you come back, feel like $1 million, and then buy yourself something. I'll see you guys later. I'll be back after the shower. W2DL.
All right, Dana. Good to hear you, man. Yeah, it should be good. It should be good. I've got 2 more days, so if for some reason I start feeling sick again, I'll just go get more antibiotic. We'll figure it out. 73, Dana. Go ahead, Brian.
Work from his buddy up there, you know. He told him all about the audio and how to run wide and delivery interfere. So I was on the radio yesterday. What was it, 7.215?
Who is this guy talking to?
Down there on 211, right? How about
let's go to 222.
Yeah, let's just QSY, KB2 UKA.
Really, just to call.
Hey, yeah, you there, Doug?
Yeah, go up to 24. All right, Brian, you there?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Then he won't find us. Good Lord.
He's trouble. I don't know what he's talking about. I have the live stream on. No one was in his band pass.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, hey, you're running Thetis, right? So I upgraded to what the hell, 3.7, right? Now my pure signal, it's not showing correcting or anything. It's just green. I don't see numbers or anything. I forgot how the hell to get those numbers on there and all that.
Give it a right click. Right click on the word feedback.
Okay, I did that. Let's see, it's still not doing anything.
I think you have to be transmitting. Right click while you're transmitting on the word feedback.
Okay, I'm transmitting now. I'm right clicking. Yeah, nothing. It's just changing. There's like a box that comes up and it's changing the colors and stuff. Yeah, I don't see it saying correcting, or I don't see the numbers coming up in the feedback anymore. Yeah, I tried that. I tried right-clicking on it. I thought that was the trick. But I don't know what the hell's going on.
All right, so you want to make that's weird. But when you talk, is the color changing?
No, not at all. It's just pure green right now.
All right, and you have your pure signal button engaged, correct?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
All right, so you have pure signal button engaged. Is the box, you can make that box wider and narrower. Do you have it wide enough for it to display?
Yeah, okay. I just stretched it all the way out. Yeah, it's still not doing anything. What the hell's going on?
All right, so if your pure signal is checked off, And you're on the Hermes, so it's it's going to be a little different than the Anon, but it should be the same. If you go to your linearity menu, and I think some people don't check off map anymore, but I have everything checked off. And then really, check your amp view, see if you're getting an image there, if you're getting a symmetrical image. And then if you're getting all that, the only last place to check is setup, and then where is it? Antenna filters, and then just make sure that RX bypass is checked on, and that ground BPF2 on transmit is checked on.
KD2AMZ, KD2AMZ.
Okay, so ground to, where is that set up, right?
Yeah, and KD2 station, you're recognized. Stand by, please. So go to Setup, General, and then under General, go over to the right, go to Antenna/Filters, and then on the right-hand side, you'll see a bunch of options. You want to make sure RX bypass on TX is checked, and you want to make sure ground BPF2 on TX is also checked.
Okay, HPF bypass on TX. No, that's not the one, right?
Right, yeah, that's not the one. So here's what I have checked off on that page. I'm just going to go from top to bottom. I have enable protection SWR at 2.0 checked off. I have it on, checked on. Ignore when tune power is less than 35. I have that checked on. Reduce power if protected. I do not have a check there. I do have a check on ATT on TX. No check on Force ATT. No check on Force ATT. I do have a check on Auto ATT on TX when pure signal is off. I do have a check on RX bypass on TX. No check on extension 1. No check on disable HFPA. I do have a check for ground BPF2 on TX, and I have no check on enable transverter HF.
Okay, I changed a few of those. Let me see here. Yeah, it's still, that's really weird, man.
Hit a 2-tone. Well, for a second there, it looked like it corrected. And then what do you have, Brian, if you click linearity, what do you have in that menu?
Okay, let's see here. Auto attenuate, pin, map, those are checked.
Check them all.
What about like relaxed tolerance, quick attenuate response?
I have every one of them checked. Try checking them all and then do 2-tone again. And also click on the bottom right of that box. It says always on top. Click that so that the box doesn't go away when you transmit, and see if those, and when you talk, after you check everything in 2-tone, it should be lighting up green where it says feedback level, and then it should be solid green where it says correcting.
Yeah, again, no, I'm not getting any green right now. No green.
You're not getting green in that box in the linearity box.
No, I'm not getting any change.
Did you do that single cal? I just turned the radio on.
Where it's just correcting. I should be getting the green lighting up there. I'm not getting that either.
Hey, Rich, I tried everything I know. Why don't you take over here? Give me some more options.
I don't know what you guys were saying.
Rich, tell him what you were going to say, because I tried everything.
So remember, Brian, did you do the single cal that I mentioned last week to you? What did you go with the 210.3.7? Is that what you're on?
Yeah, I am, Rich.
So go into linearity, and you see when that window opens, you got two-tone, single cal, amp view. You're going to hit single cal, and you're going to see the pure signal on the main GUI go away, and then you're going to hit the pure signal, and you're going to hit the two-tone in this linearity window. And so just click that single cal. I think it's going to take off your pure signal on the main GUI, click the pure signal on the main GUI, and do the two-tone test in the linearity menu and see what happens.
Okay, yeah, I remember this now. I remember you talking about this now. Okay, let me give that a shot.
That wasn't the single cal, was it?
Oh my God! Yeah, I hope that wasn't him.
If that is him, somebody else had that issue like a week ago. I saw it on the Hermes.
I was running when I updated this, Doug. I had the same problem. I'm like, everything seems to work, but pure signal's not working. And K2TC actually texted me later that night. It was late after I called him up. I said, "You got any ideas?" He's like, "Let me think about it." He texted me later that night, told me to do the single cal and the two-tone test, and sure enough, that fixed it.
Interesting. So what exactly do? You hit single cal, it shuts off pure signal, you turn it back on, and then you two-tone?
Correct, and that's what fixed my problem. And apparently, it creates something in the file, like that it needs in Thetis. It creates like a cal file, and once it writes it, it's good forever going forward. And maybe until you update again or something.
Are you on I forgot. Are you on an Anon or a Hermes?
Oh, I'm on a Hermes. Yeah, this is. I'm on the same thing that I think that Brian's got. The Hermes Lite.
So maybe that's okay. Because we didn't have this issue with the Anons, so maybe the upgrade on the Hermes with the new Thetis might be causing you to have to do this.
Exactly, and don't forget the Thetis for the HL2 is different. It's that MI0BOT version.
Yes, that's correct. Correct.
I'm running a Lux now, very low, like 400 watts, but my signals should be better than it used to be.
Oh, you're booming in 15 over, 10 to 15 over, nice and loud. How about me?
You're always 30 over. It worked, didn't it, Brian? It worked?
It did work. Yeah, it did work, man. Holy cripe. It's working now. Yeehaw.
Wow, that was a Hermes trick that I didn't know about.
N2 K2CC, I forget his call sign, but TC, he discovered it for me, and now you got to pass it on to anybody because everybody's going to have this problem. And Doug, now that you know about it, obviously you can help anybody out. But yeah, it's kind of stupid because where do you find that information?
honest to God, I'm digging through the freaking menu system here. I'm like, there's nothing, hardly anything about two-tone in there. Hey, there's another thing. That band Volts. Now, I just got the Hermes, the main board, and the filter board. Should I have that band Volts turned on?
Negative. No, that's for when you have, you'd have to clarify this, but it's when you have the DB9 connection and you got to solder up the DB9 on at least the one that you get from MakerFab. I've got that in mind, but that's so that you can program it to do band volts, like to do switch bands on like an amplifier or something. But, you know, that's a deeper dive that I have no idea about, but it should not be activated unless you're using that DB9.
Okay, I thought so. Thank you again. Yeah, no, I didn't activate that. I saw it was deactivated. I wasn't sure if, and I was watching that on 7 off guy, and he had it turned on, but, yeah, I wasn't real sure about that. And thank you, Doug, too, for your assistance, man. But, yeah, that's weird, dude, but it's working fantastic now.
Yeah, my my knowledge stops at basic fetus operation. I would, you could have had a gun to my head. I would have not known to do that. That's a secret Hermes trick.
Well, it was just, it only got implemented on this latest version because all subsequent upgrades that I've ever done, I'd never had to do that.
Right, me either.
Well, you're clean as a whistle now, Brian. It's definitely on. It's working.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I see it doing its thing. That's beautiful. Good Lord, man. Yeah, like I said, I dug through this menu system for hours, man, and I'm like, yeah, I couldn't figure nothing out. Man, what the heck? So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, God, I'm just really glad it's working now.
You're whole again. Doug, you got a Lux, right?
No. I have a VK2 amp, the 2K, which actually I sold to Danny, VE3 DAG in Canada. I'm shipping it to him on Monday. And I have an RF kit getting delivered over the next like 8-9 days while we're going to be in the Caribbean. So that's why I planned it this way, because I'm not going to be on the radio anyway. So Danny will have the VK amp. The RF kit will arrive at my office sometime in the next like 10 days. And when I get back from the Caribbean, I'm going to set it up.
And is that because the RF kit gives you some kind of remote type of capability that you didn't have on the VK?
Correct. I could control it all with TCI through Thetis also. And I'm getting everything out of this room. So right now everything's on a rack in the back corner of the room. Eventually it's going to go, there's a wall, there's a like a closet space between my back wall and the garage wall. So I'm going to be building shelving in there and put everything on a rack in there and just have it completely out of here.
You need like a climate-controlled room where you can chill it a little bit, keep it cold all year round, right? It sounds like a good setup, brother. Good luck with that. And Danny, I know Danny. I mean, I don't know him personally. I've spoken to him many times, and he's a good guy. So I'm glad it's staying in the family.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm packing her up tomorrow, and then around 1 o'clock, I'm going to stop at my shipping place and ship her off to Canada.
I wonder what kind of duties he's got to pay for that, because Canada's brutal.
Yeah, I'm guessing the shipping's going to be, because it's a big box too, and it's got to be like 40 pounds. So the shipping's probably going to be like $350.
Yeah, You're probably right, because, Canada is just they're going to add, there'll be adders just for that, even though it's not a distance thing per se, but, has to go probably through customs and extra services. The Lux, I got it only last Tuesday. I just got it on Tuesday. I ordered it on Thursday. They shipped it on Friday, and I got it on Tuesday from Miami, and it was like $123. They didn't even charge me tax, which was good. I could care less, but I was kind of surprised. I thought they had to, but they didn't.
I missed the beginning of that. Was that the Lux you said?
Yeah, the Lux. Yep. Why? Did I break up or something?
No. I was distracted by something. So how long did you wait for it from the time you ordered it?
It's the funniest crap, Doug. I mean, because everybody's used to waiting, right? So I get on their site, and I remember there used to be a waiting list, but there's now only a waiting list for the Mercury 3. So I get on their site. It says no stock, but it says coming in January, and it's already like January 3rd or 4th, right? Whatever. And I'm patient. I don't care if it's the end of January. But I emailed them. I says, hey, I'm trying to like buy one of these Luxes. I see it's out of stock, but there's no like placeholder. I can't put it in the shopping cart. There's no way on their site to actually do the transaction. So they email me back the day after. This is like Thursday afternoon. I email them. Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning, I get a reply. Due to the high demand, we're working very hard to get everything back in inventory, right? This is like 11 o'clock in the morning. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I get an email. I replied. I said, thank you, and I appreciate that you are going to advise me when you get them back in stock. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon the same day, they're on the site now. You can place your order now in big letters. And I place the order. I go back later just to take a look to see, like, just curious. They apparently put 50 on available, and within 6 hours, Doug, they were gone. 50 of them. And they shipped mine on Friday. Friday. They shipped mine the same day. Oh no, I'm screwing up by one day. I ordered it Wednesday. I got the alert Thursday. I bought it Thursday. On Friday they ship it, and I got it Tuesday.
Oh wow! The fact that I kind of like that these things, it was such a long wait for them. You would think everyone bought them already for the most part, right? That wanted them. So the fact that they moved 50 in one day kind of makes us think, the hobby's not as dead as we think.
Doug, I mean, you do well. I do pretty well. I got to be honest with you, dude. I'm like, where's all this money coming from?
Yeah, well, so what are they? Over $4,000 a pop? So what is that? $200,000 they just moved?
Yeah. I'm just, and that's one day, right? Let's see. Is that what happens every time? Do they put 50 on inventory and sell them? I mean, look, my information may be incorrect. The only reason I stated that is on their Facebook user group. Somebody I believe from KM3KM said we made 50 available and they were gone one day, So I'm just thinking, like, there's a lot of money being spent on ham radio stuff.
Yeah, there really is. So now out of that 50, how many of them came from the U.S.? Maybe 10 of them, 15 from the U.S. You've got people buying those all over the world. Japan, Australia, Europe. So I guess you could move 50 in one day, no problem.
I think there's a station trying to get in. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Whiskey 2, Mike Golf Fox remote.
Oh, okay. Mike Al Fox, this is WZ2P and the group. My name is Rich. Where are you and what kind of setup you got?
Okay, yeah, no, Doug. What's up, Doug? It's Mike. Whiskey 2, Mike Golf Fox shot. 6400, using a MacBook Pro right now to access it. The remote is in the Bronx, New York, and I am about a couple miles away from it right now.
What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? So wait, you're in the Bronx, but where's the remote?
Pick it up.
Sorry, I doubled with Rich. What's up, Mike? You're in the Bronx, but where's the actual remote station?
In the Bronx. In Toronto next.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. So you're in the Bronx and the station's in the Bronx. Well, you're sounding good here into Northport, Smithtown area.
Yeah, Doug, what's up? We talked a few times. I'm going to actually follow you on YouTube, Doug. Yeah, it's my remote. I'm at a family's house right now eating lunch. So I'm taking a little break from that. About to watch a little football later on. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, Mike, I know who you are, man. Yeah, and thanks for following me. Yeah, well, oh, God, football. It's almost over. It's almost over, Mike.
Yeah, fortunately, I'm going to be rooting for Buffalo. Only New York team, I guess, right?
Yep, I came in fourth in my fantasy league. I was, I should have won third, but who was I playing last week? I was playing, Josh Allen, and they didn't play Josh Allen, and I didn't know that they only had him. They had him take the ball in the first play, and then he was out, so I had no points. I would have won.
Yeah, they have to protect them, you know. Most of the starting players did not play, so that's how that goes. Doug, I'm gonna go back into the other room. Lunch is here. I just wanted to say what's up. I saw the alert on YouTube. And I'm about to go hear how I sound. This is the new MacBook Pro I just got, so we've just set up the software on it.
All right, good. Yeah, you'll be able to hear yourself. It's a little muffled, a little bit, so you can probably tweak that a little bit, but it's close, Mike. It's close. Well, enjoy your lunch, enjoy football, and I'll talk to you soon. W2MGF, KB2 UKA.
ABC UKA in the group, saying 73 tall. You guys are all sounding good here. By the way, Doug, you're 5'9" plus there.
All right, awesome. I've got you 5'9" plus as well. All right, cool. Go ahead, Rich.
Good to hear you, Mike. Have a good lunch with your family, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again. Have a good one. WZ2P.
73. Have a blessed one, safe one. We talk.
Man, you should have told me, Doug. I could have told you that they weren't going to play him.
Yeah, I should have known. And what Mike said is exactly correct. You know, that game wasn't worth it for them to risk him. So, but oh my God, it cost me $300 because it's $300 buy-in. Third place doesn't have to pay. So I came in fourth. For the league, so I had to pay up. Second place, I think, wins $300, and then first place takes the pot, whatever's left, which is like $2,500. Not bad. But yeah, they didn't play him.
Oh man.
I remember that night. I go, yeah, because the way they do, you probably know this, but in fantasy playoffs, you play the same team twice, 2 weeks in a row. So I had like an 80% chance of winning after the second game, and my opponent only had a 20% chance. So it's like, you know, I don't know where I was, but I saw that it was the second quarter of the game. And I go, that's weird. I go, they're winning. But why does Josh Allen have 0 friggin' points? And then I go, oh, no, they didn't play him.
Yeah, they played the one guy, man, the one quarterback. I didn't even know who the hell he was. I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah, that was probably his contractual one game they had to play him.
Never seen him in my life, you know.
Who are they playing today?
We play tomorrow. We play Denver.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Today is Pittsburgh and what the hell, Ravens.
What's that, 4 o'clock?
I think they're going now. I'm just going to turn the TV on, actually. I think they're going right now.
No, I think that's the late game. There's a game at 4, though, but I think the Ravens are playing at 8. I got to look.
Okay.
So I pulled out a old microphone today, and this is a different audio profile. It's a lot brighter, but there's still low end. This is the KU5A ribbon mic. It's an active ribbon mic. It requires phantom power, and it's got a very, very interesting tone. What do you think, Rich?
So I've got this incessant S9, like, atmospheric noise. Not that you're not over it, but it's just part of when I'm listening to you, so I can't give it a critical listen. I mean, ribbon mics are cool. I mean, I know a little bit about them, and I think they're great. You got to be careful. They're pretty delicate, right? But, I mean, I'm sorry. You sound good. I was eating almonds, and I got a little piece that just went in the wrong pipe. You sound good, but I'll be honest, Doug, I just can't give it a critical listen based on the atmospherics at the moment.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, normally you got to be careful with them, but this one, oh my God, I bought this thing like 3 years ago, and I used it for a while, and then I put it away, and I took it out again today. This one's not as delicate. Look it up. It's very interesting. It's Kilo Uniform 5 Alpha. That's the brand, the company that makes it. Brian, how's it sounding on your end?
Very nice, man. I like it. Yeah, it's got a nice tone to it. Yeah, I like that, man. Sounds good.
I saw the picture of this thing, just the picture. I wouldn't have guessed it was a ribbon mic.
Yeah, that's why it's different. It's definitely different.
I've actually been in studios where they use like the Royers and stuff like that, but this one I'd never seen. Kind of pricey, like all of them.
Yep, it's pricey, all right. They're all pricey. So what I've got this. I've got the RE27. I still have the Rode Classic tube mic. I think something's wrong with it, and I think something was always wrong with it. I bought it used, and there wasn't supposed to be anything wrong with it. But it's like it struggles to get energy on the high end, which is weird. It shouldn't. So I got to hook that one up again and really test it and see if there's a problem with it. What else do I have here? I have a Stellar X2, which is like a small to medium sized condenser. And then I'm looking up on the shelf. I still have the Rode Pod mic. The best $99 microphone I've ever used.
While we're doing that, if you got a minute, I'm going to get another. Hang on, just because I'll be back. Pick it up, Brian.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, that sounds really good, Doug. I like that. I didn't get a chance to look it up or anything, but yeah, cool. That's wild about the Rode Pod mic too. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that microphone, that was the first mic I bought after spending $400 on a PR781. I'm like, oh, let me try this thing, and I'm telling you, for $99. I think it has a better sound than the Heil.
Yeah. I hear a couple guys on those Blue Yetis too, and those sound pretty decent.
The Blue Yeti sound good. They all sound good on what we're doing at 4K. You get to hear them a little bit more at 6K. Like, I do a lot of recordings where, I have a 6K profile, but I never get to really use it. But that's where all this stuff really, really shines. Even 5K, if we go to 5K, that extra kilohertz adds so much more coloring to the audio.
It does.
Let me just see something here. Shoot.
I got to do my
do I have it?
5K profile again. And get that going.
Stand by.
I lost everything when I upgraded the firmware here.
Yeah, that happens. All right, Rich, go ahead.
I told you, if you have a second computer, you can install Thetis on it, and I hope you saved. Did you save one of your profiles? Because you can bring an older version of Thetis onto a secondary computer. Just load the profile and go screen by screen and just recreate it.
Holy crap, Rich! I don't know if it's the band or the new mic. You are so much stronger, louder. I like it.
The database, I tried to change to an older one, and it's just cleared everything out. I can't get used to this new platform, man.
The new platform is not going to accept your old database. I think that's going to be a problem.
It's the band.
And Doug, I didn't change anything yet. It might be the conditions, but no, I'm still doing what I was doing earlier. But I am running the Lux at 400 and something watts, whatever.
Nah, it's conditions. It's QSB. So when you just came back now, you were 5.9, and then as you were saying you didn't change anything, you shot up to 20 over, and you stayed there till the end. It's the band.
Yeah, so here, this is my, I won't say anything. This is a test. If you don't mind, just take a 2-second listen. This is Whiskey Zulu 2 Papa on microphone 1. And this is Whiskey Zulu 2 Papa on microphone 2. Whiskey Zulu 2 Papa on microphone 2. I didn't really get the levels 100%, but they're pretty close. Over.
Okay, so I'm live streaming right now. You can hear it back, and you were 20 over with both microphones. 41 minutes. So if you watch it back later, go to 41, maybe 41 and a half minutes. Here's what I heard. Almost identical, except the second mic, you would have to, it was slightly a little too harsh between 2 and 3K.
I'm jotting this down. Okay, good. So let me go back to my my first. Here we go. WZ2P. This is my homebrew mic. This one's my homebrew mic, and the other mic is a PR40, which I haven't actually made even a profile for. Zero profile for it. So it's processed identical on an identical channel strip as my homebrew microphone is, and I thought the PR40 would be a lot brighter just off the bat because that's kind of what they're known for. So check this out. Well, I was down in my house in North Carolina during the holidays, and I went on a Facebook Marketplace. And I need another microphone like a hole in the head. But this guy, there was a studio in Wilmington that was shutting down, and he had a bunch of mics. And I was like, I don't need any mics. But he's like, make offers. So I offered him $100 for a PR40, which came in their really nice case, like a metal little box. And it was made for it. And it's pristine, and I got it for $100. I met him down there, and I figured for $100 I'll give it a shot, and it works beautiful. I mean, I haven't profiled it yet, but that was a stock. Just plug it in because I figured I would see, being that you were on. So it's interesting. So this is the mic I've been using and will probably continue to use is a homebrew mic. So it seems to be holding up pretty well against some of the commercial stuff.
Well, first of all, for $100, I would absolutely take a PR40. It's a great mic. And you're correct. It was brighter. That's why you would have to EQ. It was a little too harsh in the upper mids to the upper portion. And all that would be is, a little multi-band compression up there, or just pull it back a little bit. But yeah, it's a bright microphone. It's a great mic.
Well, if you watch and listen to the critiques of them, there's lovers and significant haters of that mic. And that's why for 300 and whatever bucks they go for new, I'd never do it. But like I said, for 100, I'm like, dude, this guy was like 20 minutes drive, and it was, the thing's like brand new. So, if I had to flip it, I could. But I'm going to keep it because eventually I'll put a profile on it. But it's not really going to buy me anything, right? I mean, it pretty much, other than what you described, which if I were to flatten it to this response, it would be this mic. So, what's the big difference?
Right. Well, I follow this. There's this Facebook group, and the exact name is slipping my mind right now. But it's like Nashville Music Equipment Buy Sell Trade. It's all audio engineers and musicians in Nashville that are selling rack gear, microphones, instruments. And that's a great Facebook group to be on if you want to find like high quality microphones that are going very, very discounted. Danny just put a message on YouTube, VE3DAG. Are you in there? He said, hold on, I'm jumping in, so he'll probably be here in a minute.
Upstairs. How are you guys, VE3DAG?
Hey guys, Kilo Delta 1 Golf Alpha.
Oh, we got Vin and we've got Danny. Danny, I hear both of you. Vin and Danny, I hear you both the same. You're just about 5'9". Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, nice to hear you in there. Was that Richie in there?
Hey, Danny, how you doing, man? You hearing me all right?
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, how are things? It's a long time. Yeah, you're about 5 to 10 over. Doug, you're about the same. I overheard your conversation there about the PR40. And it's funny, I was just down on the 164 before I took a break here. And we were just talking about the same thing. I'm on this new podcast mic kick. I'm running a Mayono. And I literally just ordered the MV7 Plus. It's a USB/XLR. So I'm going to be testing that one out as well.
Okay, yeah, I'm having some significant noise, and then I just realized to boot, Doug, to answer your question earlier when you were asking me what your mic sounded like, I'm getting a significant noise, but I just recognized that my ANF was on Thetis. I completely forgot that, and that alters the voice horribly. So I just took it off. And something's up with Danny, but I don't know if he wants to get into it. What do you think about Danny's audio, Doug?
Well, Danny's not too strong on me. I like Danny's audio. He just has very, very robust lows. Why? What are you hearing?
But he's got a different speaker system and, might accentuate, which is why it's never take one person's advice if they don't hear you great. You got to go around a little bit because, speakers are different. So, okay. I'm going to sit on the side. I know why you said there was a Vinny out there. I don't think I know Vinny, but hello, Vinny. And I will listen here a bit. WZ2P.
All right, Roger. Yeah, Vin, why don't you pick it up and then... Danny, the MV7, when it comes back to you, that's a Shure mic, isn't it? Go ahead, Vin.
Hey, guys. Hey, Doug, Rich, Dan. Hey, Dan and Rich, the call's Kilo Delta 1 Golf Alpha. Name's Vin. And I'm down in North Carolina. Go ahead, Rich. Pick it up. Answer Doug's questions. I'm just listening and having fun.
Dan, I think he meant to pass it to you, Danny.
Yeah, hey, Vin. Yeah, long time no speak. Okay, Rich, what do you mean something's wrong with the audio? What do you mean?
It's pretty bass heavy for my speaker, but it's not a big deal. I mean, I can EQ that on my receive end. It was different than what I remember you as. You may have changed something, but we haven't spoken in probably a few months.
Well, I hope the articulation is there. I mean, I kind of brought the highs in there as well. Again, I use headphones, and I think Doug does as well. But it could be your speakers. I'll turn it down a bit. no problem. Yeah, no, the PR40 thing, it's funny, I was just mentioning to someone, the PR40 on 4K, I think is a really, really nice mic. But if you use it at like 2.8 or 3, it really compressed. I personally don't like it. That's what I used to use, Rich. Whenever you used to hear me, I was running the PR40 direct into the HL2. I also use the 781. But to me, the 781 is, it's not, in my opinion, it's not the greatest for 4K. I usually use that one for like 3K wide transmit. Anyways, yeah, I'll pass it to Doug. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah. The MV7, is that a Shure mic?
Yeah, it's a Shure mic. So they make the MV7, which is just XLR, and then the MV7 Plus, which is the USB version as well.
Very cool, very cool. And you're plugged right into the computer with those, right?
Yeah, right in, zero latency, no interface at all just USB.
Ask him if he's sure.
Go ahead, Chris. You ask him. I didn't hear what you said.
No, I'm only kidding. Anyway, listening in. KZ2N.
Well, hello, Chris. Happy Saturday. All right, very cool, Dan. Very, very cool. So, yeah, Danny, I'm packing you up tomorrow. You ship in Monday afternoon.
Nice. Okay, very good. Chris, how are you? What was the question?
I was going to ask you if you were sure.
Oh, if I was sure, if it was a Shure mic? Shit. Richie, you got me thinking about this audio now. Let me bring down the bass here. Just, okay, how about now? Is that any better, Richie?
I got a phone call.
It's different, Doug. Danny, don't go nuts. Don't go nuts now. I'm one person. It's just different than what I was used to hearing you at, that's all. And it'll take a little getting used to. I'm actually trying to get some lead in a pencil over here. I use one of these drafting pencils, and the lead is, I'm putting lead in it, bro. So, but yeah, you just sound different. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Danny. Danny.
I think you sound really good here, Danny. I like that. And, booming in. And, incidentally, Rich, you're cranking in here, man.
What's up, Brian? Sounding good, man.
Yeah, you are too, man. I like that.
Danny, I think I know what he's hearing.
1 second. I guess Richie's got the Bose 301s hooked up to the radio. Doug, go ahead.
Okay, so I think I know what he's hearing, and it's not a bad thing. It's a preference thing. If you go back and watch the live stream, when you transmit, okay, everyone has like a carrier right on the low end. But our carriers are going up and down on the low end. And I'm talking like right up against 0. So my low cut's at 50, right? So I don't know what your low cut's at on the transmit. But for me, if you look at 50 hertz, you'll see a spike. But the spike moves up and down with the rest of the audio. When you're transmitting, your spike goes straight up and stays there until you're done transmitting. So that's that real guttural low rumble, which I personally like. But if you're not, that's the stuff that if you're not strong, I think comes across as too much.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And it's good that you gave me a reference for okay. So funny enough, I got Anthony onto this mic, VA3 AVT, a buddy of mine over here. And the other night I noticed it on his, and it was that carrier, it was like at 50, and it was just straight up the whole time. That is interesting as hell. Okay, let me look at that after.
What's on your transmit profile. Like I'm 50 low. Well, technically it's the other way around, right? Well, I'm 50 low. I'm 4,000 high. What's your low number?
It's exactly that. So even, okay, 1 second. So even before with the 40, I always started at 50. So I'm 50, and then I'd go all the way up to 4. But then I'm 50, and my next is 100. So let me bring down the 50. Okay, I'm keying right now. Let me know if you still hear it. I think the 100's really going to start kicking in now. So I went down to about -5 on the 50. Did that make any difference at all? VE3 DAG?
It lightened it up, but before you do that, what's your number in Thetis under the transmit tab? Is that low number 50?
Negative, no, it's 0.
Ah, that's why. That's why. Hold on 1 second. I got to just do something to my monitor. Okay. All right. That's why. So what's happening is you're letting everything through the door, and it's probably causing some people's AGC to pump a little bit. Do me a favor. Go to your transmit tab and change that bottom number to 50 or 75 or even 40. But I would do it try it at 50 and don't make any changes to the EQ.
Yeah, good point. But hey, I want their AGC to pump. 1 second. Let me go up here. Okay, so we're at 40. Okay, let's go up to 50. Let me see. I'm not seeing it on my end. So right now I'm at 50, and my high is at 4K. How does this sound? VE3 DAG testing.
Okay, so it definitely brightened you up a little bit. So now, yeah, if you wanted to pull back some of the low end, you could do that now in the EQ. But I'm not telling you to do that. You record yourself. You got to make yourself the way you like it. And I think it sounds robust and good. But what I have found is that, here, I'm going to pull it up. So if I go to my first EQ, I'll put it on the screen. Okay, I just put my EQ on the screen. So if you're on the YouTube page, all my low end in the first EQ, because I EQ twice, all the low end in the first EQ is cut out. Okay, I cut out probably like 7 dB at like 150, and then south of 150, it's like at 100, it's probably like 6 dB, and then at 80, it's probably 3 dB, and it doesn't go to 0 dB till about 50. So I have all my lows cut out when I first EQ. And then in my second EQ, which is here, I use a Pultec EQ. Now I'm adding back in low end. And what I feel like that does is it cuts what I cut out all the mud first, and then I add low end back in with the Pultec, and it adds like this harmonic low end back where you can feel my low end, but it's so weird. You can it's there, and you hear it on some of the lower parts of my voice, and depending on what syllables or vowels that I'm using, but it's like like you're tearing cardboard on like slowly. It's hard for me to explain it, and it's a crisp low end because I've already cut it out, and then I add it back in with a second EQ, and then I could control it more. I used to only EQ once, and I would either add at the first EQ, and then I learned that if I clear it all out, almost to the point where the first EQ is making me sound boxy, then the second EQ I could bring back in the warmth slowly.
November 2. Okay, yeah, let me try something here. I don't want to beat this to death here. There's other guys, but let me, so I'm running the EQ from the Mayano software as well. Okay, so I did my low is at 50, my high is at 4, Let me bring this down and let me know if you hear a difference. This is the EQ on the software. So I went down. Let's bring this, and this is 63 hertz. It's not 50. No, I'm not liking this. Okay. Anyways, let's leave it there, and let's just pass it around.
Well, I like the way it sounds now. I like the way it sounded before, though, as well. Brian, why don't you pick it up? Or Vin?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, interesting. Hey, Doug, quick question. Was it you that was trying to help... Stop barking. Was it you that was trying to help Richard with streaming audio, or was that Art?
It was probably both of us. Yesterday when I was on with you and Richard, we were trying to work something out with his streaming software. And I've done some other stuff with him, but Art probably also.
Yeah, real quick. So what he's got to do is probably download Voicemeeter, either Potato or the other one. Voicemeeter Potato, and use that in the registry as his input for his audio, and then he can do whatever he wants with it. Anyway, that's all I was trying to jump in with. Go ahead, Rich. Why don't you pick it up, buddy? KD1GA in the group.
Okay, Vin, I finally got the lead in the pencil. Thank you. And
that's what she said.
That rabbit hole, brother. Yeah, I didn't mean to set you off on that. I was just saying it was definitely a little more bassy than I'm used to hearing you, but it didn't need to change. But save your profiles, so you can always go back. And I pretty much don't touch my audio anymore. Even if people tell me, what we just did with another mic, I'll probably play with that because I bought the mic to do that. But I'll touch it up like Doug's advised. But yeah, I got to stay off. I'm going to stay off the controls for the most part, and be happy. Even if somebody tells you something about it, because it'll send you off the deep end eventually. But everybody's doing good, and that's all I got to say. Danny, over to you. You guys get a lot of snow with the...
Danny, real quick, let me pick it up.
That toupee.
Let me just grab it real quick. Darren, N4VFR, down in Florida. I don't know where he is. He's mobile. Darren, do you have a copy on us? He's below my noise. Do any of you... Vin, do you hear him?
No, he's in my noise as well.
All right, I'll let him know on the YouTube stream. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, negative here. Rich, this all started because of you. All good, man. Nice hearing you, and Happy New Year. I brought it down, so let me know. Anyways, I'm not going down this rabbit hole. I'll play around with it after. But I know exactly what Doug is speaking. There is that carrier at like around 50 or below 50 on this microphone. I don't know why, but it is there. I noticed it with Anthony's as well the other day. But yeah, very good. Your audio's sounding good there, Richie. So yeah, I wouldn't touch a thing. And who does it go to now? Go ahead, Doug. I'll pass it back to you, Doug. Go ahead.
All right, Roger. Well, yeah, this is a whole new audio profile. I got rid of a lot of my low end too, and the reason I did, I think I told you, it might have been last night. I don't even know. I've been listening to these old Voodoo recordings of like WZ5Q and U9N. The guy they used to call the Godfather. Oh God, he passed. I forgot his name. But I've been listening to all these guys, and there's actually a big guy in Canada too, Danny. There's recordings of him on that Facebook page that I invited you to, and all of their audio, the one thing that it has in common is that they're extremely crisp. They're very, very crisp at 4K, 6K, 8K. It's almost to the point where it's brittle. But it's got to be, it's borderline, right? So it's still got to be smooth. So there's this like smooth brittleness to the upper mids, and then the low end is just like a side effect to their profile. And that's what I'm trying to accomplish with this.
And you could hear it there with some of your words, and yeah, it sounds really good. And that's what I've always done, right? I've always went pretty well. Anywhere from like 2.5, 3, 4. I mean, they're up there. They're at actually the highest frequencies that I'm emphasizing on. 8, 4, especially 4 and 5. I usually go at a big negative. And then my lows are usually a few dB. When I say lows, like 50 and like 100 or 120, or just above, like a few dB above zero. But I always make sure that my highs are higher than my lows. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's a microphone problem. So anyways, let's see how this Shure MV7 does, and I'll play around with that, and then the software for that. One more thing before I switch it over. Hold on, I'm on a custom profile. So this one here is called a Presence Boost. This is a preloaded EQ profile on the software. How does this one sound?
Give me a little more. When did you switch it? It sounds very similar. I like it.
Probably, yeah. I just switched it when I said how does this one sound. So this is called a Presence Boost, VE3 DHE. Nothing has changed on the profile on Thetis. It's just a preset EQ. That's all it is.
No, I like it. It's bright. It's smooth. I do like it. I'm going to be very interested to hear that MV7 Plus. Very, very interested, because normally though, like the SM7B, those things are starving for gain. I'm going to be interested to hear how the fact that it's a USB mic, how it responds. So when's that coming?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, very cool. All right, good. So before I unhook the amplifier tomorrow and pack it up for you, I want to hear the mic.
You want to spray some Lysol on that?
Well, the amp's nowhere near me, and I'm highly medicated.
I'm only pulling your leg, man.
I am worried, though. I take my last pill tonight, and, it's not fully gone. Like, I take a deep breath. There's still fluid in there. And everything I read said that that's okay. Like, it'll slowly go away even after the antibiotic. But I'm telling you, Monday morning, I might go back to urgent care and tell them to give me another script to take with me to the Caribbean.
Holy crap! Yeah, I'm still feeling it here too, Doug. I haven't really. You can sound it too. I'm a little bit nasally. I'm still fighting whatever this is.
Yep. Well, this one was a doozy. All right, guys. I have a lady coming to the house in about an hour who's going to be coming daily to feed the cats and the African gray parrot. So I got to give her a tour with my wife. So I'm going to go upstairs for a little bit. This was a great afternoon, QSO. So Rich, Danny, Brian, Vin. I don't know who else is out there. If anyone else is out there, I'm sorry. This is KB2 UKA. I'm going to go QRT. I'm going to shut the stream down. Danny, I'll pass it to you and I'll listen out. Take care, guys.
Night, Doug.
All the best, Doug. 7-3s, man. Have a good day.
Doug, yeah, I just sent you an email. You might have already gotten this thing. It's like a CFC thing, but take a look at it. I'm curious to know. I've been using it. It seems to do pretty well. Have a good one, Doug. WZ2P.
Ooh, an audio email. That excites me. Very good. I'll take a look at it right away. And I'll be back on in a little while, a couple hours. So I'll catch you guys either around here or maybe somewhere on 80. KB2 UKA going clear.
736.
All right, guys. Take care.